Good evening, everyone. Today I am going to talk about roots of a plant. For this, I have prepared a PowerPoint presentation. In this presentation, I am going to talk about the different types of roots, what is a root, the functions of a root, the, the different types of roots and its differences, and the special types of roots. Now let's get into my presentation. Now what is a root? The root is the lowest part of a plant. If you have seen the diagram of a plant, you will see that the root is at the bottom. It holds the plant into the soil to prevent it from falling. Now if you have ever tried to uproot a plant, you may see that it is pretty hard. This is because the root is holding the plant to the ground to prevent it from being uprooted or to prevent it from falling. The root absorbs water and nutrients from the soil. In our previous grades, we have learned that plants are a living thing and they need food to live. So they make food with a process named photosynthesis. For this, they need water and nutrients. So the root absorbs water and nutrients from the soil, takes it up to the stem, and the stem further transports it to the leaves. Now let's learn the functions of a root. As I have already told you, the root anchors and supports plants in the ground. It absorbs water and minerals for photosynthesis. It holds the soil in place near the plant so that it can absorb water and nutrients. Now let's learn the different types of roots. There are two types of roots, the taproot and fibrous root. Taproot. Taproots have a large main central root. As you can see in the picture, the root, there is a main central large root. There is a central main large root. Taproots have many branching roots. You can see in the picture a few branching roots coming out of the central root. Taproots go deep in the soil. You can see that the root is going pretty deep into the soil. Some examples of taproots are large trees like mango and avocado and shrubs like tomato and peppers. Now let us learn fibrous roots. You can see in the picture that there are very thin, same-sized roots that spread through the soil in many directions. Fibrous roots can have up to 14 million roots. That is a large number. They grow downward and outward from the stem. You can see that the root is growing downward and outward from the stem. Fibrous roots are shallow and absorb surface water. This means that they absorb water that is found in the surface and they do not grow pretty deep as taproots do. Some examples of fibrous roots are grass and lilies. Now this is another image of fibrous roots. As I have already told you, there are many small roots that branch. This increases surface area. Because it increases surface area, there is better absorption of water and minerals. Now if you see in this picture, the roots are spread out. That is why it has got less structural support. A few more examples of fibrous roots are peas, beans and lettuce. Now let's learn the differences of taproot and fibrous root. Taproots grow down to the soil to get more nutrients. You can see that the taproot is going pretty deep. So it does this so that it can get more water and nutrients. Some more examples of taproot are hibiscus, rose, beetroot, etc. Fibrous roots don't grow that much down as taproots do. You can see that the taproots are not growing that down as the fibrous root is not growing that much down as taproots do. They are more shallow than taproots. This means that they are less deep than taproots. Some examples of fibrous root are grass, wheat, rice, etc. Here are some images of taproot and fibrous root. This is a taproot. Dandelion is a type of taproot. As you can see, it's showing that taproot grows straight down with a few side branches. You can see over here, there are a few side branches in the root of a taproot. Fibrous roots. As you can see, this is the image of the root of a foxtail. You can see that it is more shallow than this taproot. It is hairy. It looks hairy. Many fine branching roots. This means that there are these roots are very thin. Some more differences of taproots and fibrous roots. Taproot. Taproots can survive drought better because in drought the surface water gets evaporated but not the underground water. So, because taproots reach deep into the ground, they can get the water and perform photosynthesis. They tend to grow straight down so that they get more water and nutrients. As I have already told you, they have a very thick center main root. Now let's go to fibrous roots. As you can see, fibrous roots are thin and hair-like. They are usually shallow. This, as I have already told you, this means they are less deep than taproots. They will typically dry out easily because in droughts, surface water is evaporated and fibrous roots absorb surface water. They have got multiple root systems, as you can see. Now let's learn the special types of roots. Taproots and fibrous roots are the primary root types. But apart from these, there are 5 types of special roots. They are water storing roots, which are a taproot, which is a taproot, food storing roots, which is also a taproot, propagative roots, which is a fibrous root, aerial roots, that is also a fibrous root, and buttress roots, which is also a fibrous root. Now let's learn the different types of let's learn the special types of roots. Aerial roots. As you can see in the picture, the aerial roots grow up the stem and they hang down from the branches. These roots are fibrous roots, as you can see. These roots grow above the ground and are hung in the air from the branches of the tree, as you can see in the picture. Now, if you are wondering how they survive in like this, we have learned in previous grades that air contains water. So, they absorb that water from the air. Some examples of aerial roots are banyan tree, mangrove tree, and orchid tree. You can see the pictures over here. Now these are some types of banyan trees. This one is a little bit reddish and this one is old and aged. Now, as you can see, there are two types of aerial roots. One is found in water and the other is found in land. These are a type of aerial roots. The only difference is that this one is found at the surface of the water and this one is found in land. These are also some types of aerial roots. You can see that this one has roots that grow up and dangle from the branches but are inside the water. And these are the land aerial roots. You can see over here. This is in an Indian village. They make bridges with aerial roots. You can see this is the tree and these are the aerial roots. Now number 2, propagative roots. It is a fibrous root. It has buds lying near the surface of the soil. That means that if this was a banyan tree and this was a soil, the buds will be right over here. These roots grow individually into new plants. That means that the buds grow near the surface of the soil but on the plant. Suppose this is a banana tree and this is the soil. The bud will be over here and will pop out over here. From here then, they will grow up into a colony of banana trees like over here. Some examples are cherry, strawberry, banana and pineapple. These are some other examples of propagative roots. This is a pineapple plant. Now let's learn food storing roots. Some plants use their roots to store food. Some examples include carrots, radishes and parsnips. Like these. This is a carrot, a turnip, sugar beet and beetroot. Many people like to eat these roots. This means that these roots are also edible. Now as you can see over here are some pictures of food storing roots. As you can see, it's written over here. Normal roots store small quantity of nutrients. That means they store a small quantity of food. But there are certain roots that are specialized to contain a large quantity of nutrients, because of which they swell up. As you can see over here, they are a little bit swelled up. Some more examples are radishes, turnips, beet, sweet potato, asparagus, dahlia, carrot, orchid, mango, etc. Over here also you can see the image of different types of food storing roots. This is a turnip, a radish, beetroot, carrot, potato and onion. As you know already over here, as you can see, it is a taproot. They store food in them as starch. They are edible, as I have already told you. Now let's learn water storing roots. Water storing roots is a taproot. They store water in them that helps the plant grow in dry places and dry summers. Example, pumpkins, gourd, etc. Now, if you know that pumpkins only appear in summer, this is because when it is not summer and other seasons are there, the pumpkin roots absorb the water and store it in them. So that in the summer, when they have no water, they grow up with the help of the water that they have stored. Some more examples are aloe vera, cactus, round cactus and finger cactus. These are the roots of them. As you can see over here, this is an aloe vera. Because it has got vertical roots that grow very long, very deep until they reach the water level, so that they can transport the water for photosynthesis. This is a round cactus. A round cactus has roots growing horizontally. Which is why they absorb surface water. You can see over here, they have got prickles and spikes. This is because it protects them from thirsty animals, so that when the thirsty animals come, they don't drink of the water inside the cactus. You can see over here, this is a finger cactus. It has got no leaves. Instead, it has got thorns. This prevents water loss through evaporation. Over here also, they store water. These are called tubers. Over here, this is the root of a pumpkin. You can see, they absorb water and store it in the roots. Now let's learn buttress roots. As you can see over here in the picture, it is a fibrous root. It grows out from the base of the tree trunks. You can see over here, they don't grow underground, but they are growing out from the base of the tree trunks. These roots grow mostly in rainforests. This is because the underground soil in rainforests is very poor. Some examples of buttress roots are bay fig tree, etc. Here are some more examples of buttress roots. You can see the roots are coming out of the base of the tree trunks. They are not growing underground. Over here too. With this, I will conclude my presentation. Thank you all.